This is BHAMBRA here for PSB Sports. We're at iBox Gym here today, and we're with the British outright champion now, Bradley Skeete. How you doing, Bradley?
Yeah, all good, bro.
Firstly, one place, one best to start. That British title, congratulations! You won it outright. Obviously, back at the Copper Box in July.
Yeah.
So how was it like? Because obviously you had back-to-back camps. The Singleton fight and obviously the fight against Evans, but 5 weeks apart. So how does it now feel to finally win that title outright?
It's a great feeling. Like you say, I had 2 back-to-back camps, so I was like in the gym for like 16 weeks solid. But it's something I wanted to do. I could have vacated and moved on a long time ago, but the British title meant a lot to me, and to win it outright, and which I've done now, I can put that away. My name's in the history books, and then I can move on now to bigger and better things.
Absolutely. I mean, obviously we didn't actually manage to catch up with you after the Evans fight, but I mean, how was the fight for you? Obviously you won it on a wide point decision. Yeah. So how was it like for you in there as well after the victory? Yeah,
it was. It went to plan really. I knew that Evans was a tough guy. He always had that one punch knockout power, which he was looking for. His boxing ability I give him credit for, because he boxed better than what I thought he was going to do. But I was always that step ahead. I got criticised a bit for not like engaging, but listen, you're engaging with someone who's got that knockout power. All it takes is one shot, and my dream could have been over. So I didn't get involved, and I won probably 11 rounds out of 12, and I'm happy with my performance.
Obviously, the one fight everyone's speaking about at the moment was obviously Jeff Horn and Manny Pacquiao, because everyone thought that was actually agreed for late this year or early 2018, but it turns out that actually that fight's going to be pushed back. So actually Jeff Horn is actually looking for a fight. And obviously you're now ranked top 3 in the WBO, and everyone's wondering, will you fight Jeff Horn? So how's things looking with that at the moment?
Yeah, most definitely. It's a fight that I want. I said before the Pacquiao fight, if I was calling Pacquiao's name, people was thinking I was mad, but everything I said about Pacquiao, with no disrespect intended, he's not the Pacquiao he once was. He's lost his spite. He's lost that spitefulness, that edge he had on everyone. And I called it. I didn't say he was going to lose. I picked him to win, obviously, but I knew that he was on the slide. And for Jeff Horn to beat him, then there's props to him. But that's someone I'd be more than happy to fly out to Australia and get that fight on.
Absolutely. I mean, obviously fight for the WBO title as well. I mean, obviously it was as you mentioned earlier, it was a dream to win the British outright.
Exactly.
But I mean, for you, imagine winning the world title outright. How epic that would be, right?
Exactly. That's from a kid growing up. My dreams was to be British champion and to win that belt outright. And then to, obviously everyone in boxing wants to be a world champion, and rightly so. But that dream I could make reality. I'm ranked number 3 with the WBO. Sure. And Frank's got a good relationship with the WBO, so I'm sure he can get me that fight. If Jeff Horn's there, he ain't got to look far down the list. My name's there. I'm more than ready for the opportunity. So I'm in the gym now. I'm back training. So November I'll be more than ready. So just has to pick up that phone and make that call.
Absolutely. And obviously in terms for yourself as well, I mean, are you aware, or do you know maybe if that fight could happen towards the end of this year? And obviously in particular, you mentioned there you wouldn't mind going to Australia, but obviously you'd rather have it here, I assume, having home advantage. So I mean, but you want no problem travelling to Brisbane if you need to?
No problem at all. Like I say, we've got BT Sport backing us now, so I'm sure they'd be more than happy to get that fight over here, and that would be a massive opportunity for me to win a world title in my home country. But Jeff Horn's the champion. Seriously, I don't mind travelling as an amateur. I've boxed all around the world, so travelling wouldn't bother me. I'd quite enjoy it actually. I'd do a long camp out there. I'd go out there quite a good month before and do a good camp out there. So yeah, why not? I would have no problem going over there.
Well, I mean, from your perspective, when you actually saw the fight, what sort of things did you take away from Jeff Horn that maybe you could exploit on fight now? I mean, did you see certain things he threw in his jab, the way he was up close? What sort of things did you take away from the fight?
Jeff Horn, don't get me wrong, is a very, very tough fighter. He's always on the front foot, but what I took, he makes a lot of mistakes. He falls in, he falls over his feet, and he rushes his work quite a lot. And for someone with my boxing ability, I'd expose that. As he comes in, I'd be using my feet, using my long range, and I think he'd walk onto everything I'd be throwing at him.
Absolutely, and obviously, you know, when you look at the 147-pound scene worldwide, you haven't just got Jeff Horn, you got obviously Hall and Pacquiao, Brook domestically as well, Khan, Thurman, Errol Spence Jr. as well. So the division, it's a hot division, but it's a real hot division with some of those worldwide, you know, superstars you have in that division. Definitely. So I mean, you know, you must be, you know, chomping at the bit to be going out at these big fights, right? Yeah, 100%. I got the British title now outright. I don't need to be mixing with domestic level fighters no more. I'm beyond that. And I've proved that now. To be honest, no disrespect to them, I've been beyond British level for a long time now, but it was on me, my stubborn self, and wanting to win the British title outright, and it's probably held me back a bit, but so what? I've got a long career ahead of me, so I've got what I want. And now I can push on now to bigger and better things, and I can mix at world level, and all I'm concentrating on now is getting that Jeff Horn fight. If it comes off, then that'd be another dream come true. And then look, like the names you've just mentioned there, I could be in potentially massive fights. And that's just going to set my future, and me and my little girl, we'll live a happy life. Absolutely, and obviously, you know, two, you know, pretty big fights actually. I mean, if you look at one that happened recently, one that's going to happen. Did you manage to watch Mayweather McGregor on the weekend? And, you know, what did you make of the fight? Obviously, Floyd won with a 10th round TKO. The fight went as I predicted. Really, I said before the fight I could see McGregor coming out and trying to put it on Floyd, but then I could see it. I said after 4 or 5 rounds, I think he'd fatigue, which it looked like he did, and then I picked Floyd to win in round 8. I said he'd win in round 8. It went to 10 rounds, but yeah, it was money. It was billed as a money fight, and that's all that fight was all about. Really, didn't really look too much into it, apart from how much money them two made. And for fair play to them, like, I take my hat off to them. If they can generate that much money and come away with all their millions, then fair play to them. There's also, you know, on the September 16th show at the Copper Box, right after you've got Canelo vs Golovkin on Box Nation as well, straight after. That's obviously a huge fight, and that's just got a real divided opinion. Most people in the boxing world thought Mayweather was going to come to beat McGregor. But I mean, Canelo Golovkin, some people were saying, has Golovkin aged, or he's such a big puncher, will he stop Canelo, or will Canelo outbox Golovkin? So, you know, there's so many different variables in this fight. How do you see that one going? It's a 50-50 fight, and like you say, everyone's like divided down the middle. I speak to one person, they say Triple G, I speak to another, it's Canelo, and that's how it's been all the way through this fight. The build up to this fight. Personally, I think Triple G's due a big performance, and his last few have not been great. He's been taking a few shots, and people are looking at Canelo and saying that his last few performances have been good, but I won't read into that too much. I'd definitely pick Triple G. I think he's going to do the business. He's due a good performance, and I think this is going to be the one. Absolutely, Bradley Skeete, thank you so much for your time once again today for PSP Sports.
Thank you.
Congratulations once again on winning the British title, alright? And fingers crossed we can hear some positive news about you soon fighting for that world title against Jeff Horn.
Definitely. I'd just like to say a big thank you to my main sponsor, the King Group, and the David Lloyd's Club in Beckenham. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Bradley. Cheers.
Nice one. Cheers, bro.